Alright, so in the last video I ended up stopping where it covered delta and theta, so I want to resume this one, just reiterating delta and theta again. So delta, like I stated before, is how much this option price moves per dollar movement in the stock price. Is it a one-to-one correlation? No, because obviously delta is constantly changing. I like anything over zero point 0.5, actually even 0.4 is pretty good for options trading. Obviously, the higher up here, the more delta. They're more expensive options contracts, but delta is also, well, not delta, sorry. Theta is how much the option contract expires for each day that you hold it, and the closer to the expiration, the higher the theta, and on average, the last 45 days is when theta is the highest. So if you guys are swing trading, be careful of swing trading options within 45 days to expiration. With 45 to 30, it decays a little slower, but 30 to expiration is when it has the highest theta decay. So if you have one in the 30 to 45 day range, you're fine, but the theta is going to be a little higher than, say, if you swung one that was like 3 or 4 months out. But the next thing next thing you guys wanted me to discuss was, actually, here, hold on, I gotta go plug in my computer quick. Alright, so then the next thing you guys wanted me to discuss was the death cross and the golden cross. So this is something that I use pretty frequently when trading, as you guys know, and chat will be like, oh, golden cross, or oh, death cross. So let me show you guys what that is. So as you can tell here, we have the yellow EMA right there, which is the 5 EMA, then the red one, which is the 10. A golden cross is going to be when the 5 crosses through the 10. See right here how it pushed down. Then there's a cross of this 5 EMA, this yellow one, and the 10 EMA. Look at that big push up right there. Came back, look at how it caught that 10 EMA right there, pushed back up. But again, it's the cross of this, the 5 EMA through the 10 EMA, and a death cross is vice versa, the crossing of the 5 EMA through the 10 EMA. So this is the cross up of the 5 through the 10, then this is the cross down of the 5 through the 10. So, as you guys can tell, see when this crossed down, look at that movement, look at that little push down, see how it crossed over again, look at that movement. Again, look at, it's very quick too. Is it a perfect one-to-one movement? No. It's not something that's going to work every single time either, not even close. You have to use other key levels, Fibonacci levels, support and resistance, other confirmations rather than just saying, oh, it's a golden cross, so I entered. Make sure there's something other than just a golden cross or a death cross where you guys get in. As for looking at Zoom, you guys brought this up earlier. Look at this flatlining MACD. Looks like it's primed for a move up. Look at the RSI is oversold, or almost oversold. This is a good one that we could watch come Monday, and I'll definitely put it on my watch list. And questions. How to build a watch list every morning. So right here, my watch list. I just named this one options. I do not build this every morning. This is something that I just have, and I've just continued to add on to these for liquid options. But as you can tell, I typically trade the same things every day too. It's not like it's something that changes. So what I do is just have all these options, or all these tickers right here that are very liquid options. I can just click on them and just hit the down arrow and go through all these, and I can search these, and this is what I do every morning to find setups that look good. Just go down, like, oh, go back up here. If I was looking to get into something, oh, SPY is getting rejected right now, is it a good entry? No. If SPY broke through this, confirmed that support, and looked at another stock, if the market's going to push up, then it'd be a good entry, but as of right now, no. Then just keep going through all these, like Tesla, Twitter, Apple, Microsoft. You guys can take a picture of my watch list if you want. This is some of them. Then I scroll down. At the bottom I have futures and everything, and then I could move PayPal up, but it's just down at the bottom. It's not one that I trade too often. And let's see, the next question. What is your daily routine every morning before market opens? That's a really good question. It all depends too. It's not consistent every time. A lot of times I'll go to the gym in the morning, come back, have some breakfast, open up my laptop at about 8, start doing some analysis, finding things I like, alerting you guys of things I'm looking at. I typically go through these every morning before I trade, mark key levels, and I always make sure to have alerts so that I don't have to constantly watch the stock. I can just wait for my alerts to go off and then look at the stock. That way you don't have to watch every minute of or movement of it. So I log in at 8, find setups that I like, and then set alerts, and then once market opens, and obviously I alert you guys on key levels, things I'm looking at, and even before market, I again start at the top, go all the way through, find this like 3 or 4 setups I like and really focus and set my alerts on them for the day. There's no sense in worrying about all 25 of these stocks when I can just focus on 3 or 4 and consistently profit off of them instead of worrying about, oh, but I missed out on this opportunity. That's fine. If I had the setup that I wanted on one of them and I went with that one, that's all that matters. I stuck with my plan when I was trading. What type of profit target do you aim for? Can you explain how to determine it? This varies a lot. What I do, I try to get like a 10 to 12% scalp every single time. So you guys are like, oh, what's your profit target? That's what I aim for. I aim for 10 to 12%. As for you guys are wondering, like, oh, what's the stop loss? This is one that's more difficult. I don't have an say like the option is at 150. I'm not gonna be like, oh, stop loss is at 130. And there's a reason for this. If we get a push down, say like I got in right here, a call option, and it pushed up, but then it falsely broke down, I would have been stopped out at 130. If I saw that it broke up and pushed back down and it held this level, then I'd still have my option contract and I could have taken advantage of this push up. But if I had it maybe at like 130 and on this push down here, it could have actually closed out my position. So one thing I do is I don't necessarily have an X amount for my stop loss. Like, oh, I'm setting my stop loss at 1.30. I have alerts set at key levels that it needs to hold for me to stay in my position. If it closes below that level, that's when I have my stop loss, or that's when I fill my order. It's not like I go into the trade like, oh, 5% on this one, or oh, 10% on this one. I know some people do that, but to me, I found it more helpful if I actually just set levels that I need to watch or levels that need to hold when I'm in my position to take advantage of all the fluctuation in the price. What criteria do you look for in any stock? That's a good question. It all really depends. I don't really look for more or less the float or range or particular volume of the stock. I look for how liquid the options are. So again, as I showed you guys, you can hit trade on the top, and you can scroll down over here and you can see how many option contracts are traded each day. And the thing with having liquid options is you get filled at a better price. If you have no non-liquid options, you can get filled at a really bad price and sometimes actually not even be able to sell your position and be stuck in your position. So what I look for is anything over 50,000 in options volume. As you can tell here, this one has over 325,000 options traded daily. Obviously, it's Amazon. It's a huge company. But I look for anything over 50,000. At least then it's liquid. So when you go up here, and let me switch back to my custom right there, your bid and ask, there's not such a wide variety or wide gap. And one thing I also wanted to point out, guys, mark right here is also a very, very key tool when you guys are options trading. Essentially, this is the price to purchase the option or sell the option at any given point. So right now, let's get out of here. See the spread, the bid of 23, the ask of 24.55. If you had your limit order set at 23.77 right there, it would fill on that. Mark is very, very important. It's one that I use. That's pretty much all I use. I don't worry about the bid and ask. I just have the mark. And let me see if you guys wanted me to break down anything else. Let's see. You guys, I could look at like Shoplift, or not Shoplift, Spotify. Robin does a good one. Let's see. What is it? Shop. Alright, so obviously this is one that's ran up a lot lately. Oh my goodness, look at that thing go. Look at that big run up. It looks like it is hitting this resistance. It's obviously tough to tell on the one-day chart here, but it looks like it has hit that resistance before. See that resistance? Boom, 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 top here. Let me zoom in at a 5-day, 15-minute. We got a top here at 338.01. Strong support here at 335.3. These are going to be key levels come Monday. Let's see how liquid this is in options. So this is something, see, 16,230. It's not very liquid or as liquid as I would like when trading options. You can see that this one actually doesn't have too bad of a bid-ask spread, but some of them can be really, really bad if you have under 50,000 options traded. Some of the fills and everything could be really bad. Like we could look at WHR. Like look at that, 252, 265, even 151, 163, especially down here with ones out of the money. Like a difference of 0.29 to 0.37, that's a huge percentage difference just by having non-liquid options. See, it's only got 4,000 options traded. So I tend to stick with ones with high volume. Again, you guys know Boeing, Netflix, MU, AMD, all those, Tesla, Apple are the ones I like to focus on. And I think we're wrapping it up now, and I just want to share with you guys things I was looking at on Monday. Hopefully everything helped, and if you guys have any more questions, just let me know. Thanks.